The sun shone brightly over the great animal kingdom, and the forest buzzed with gossip. Birds fluttered from tree to tree, whispering exciting news, the great feast of the sky. It was said that the gods themselves had invited all the birds of the earth to dine above the clouds. Now, among all the creatures of the land, no one loved food more than Tortoise. His shell was round and shiny, his eyes small but mischievous, and his belly well, always ready for a feast. When he heard of the sky celebration, Tortoise rubbed his dry lips. Ah, can I miss such an opportunity? Food from the heavens. Never. But there was one problem: he had no wings. Still, Tortoise was clever, and cleverness was often his favorite tool for getting into trouble. He waddled to the great baobab tree where the birds gathered to prepare for their journey. My dear friends, Tortoise began, smiling with all 32 of his stubborn teeth, I hear you're going to the sky to eat and dance. I want to go too. The birds laughed. Go to the sky? You that crawl slower than a snail on market day? Asked Parrot, flapping his red and green feathers. But Tortoise bowed deeply. Ah, my friends, don't mock me. I may not have wings, but my heart soars higher than all of you combined. I just need a little help, a few feathers from each of you. Together I shall rise like the morning sun. The birds looked at one another. It was a funny idea. Let's humor him, said Sparrow. One feather each will not hurt. So they plucked feathers from their wings, one by one, and soon Tortoise looked like a colorful ball of patchwork. He admired himself in the river's reflection. Ah, see me now, the most handsome bird in Africa. And off they went, flapping, 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 rising through the clouds. Tortoise laughed until tears rolled down his face. As they neared the sky palace, Tortoise shouted over the wind, Wait, my brothers and sisters. Before we enter the feast, let's all take new names. The hosts may have special dishes for special names. Good idea, said the gullible parrot. The birds quickly chose names like Swift Wind, Golden Wings, and Sweet Song. But Tortoise puffed up his chest and said, From today, call me all of you. The birds blinked, all of you. Yes, said Tortoise. It's a humble name when the food is served, and the host says, This is for all of you. Who will that mean? Me, of course. The birds shrugged. Strange creature, murmured Eagle. When they landed in the sky palace, the gods welcomed them with drums, laughter, and trays of delicious food, yam, honey, roasted corn, plantain, palm wine. The scent alone made Tortoise dizzy. The chief god clapped his hands. Welcome, beautiful birds. All of you are welcome. Let the food be served for all of you. Tortoise grinned wide. Ah, thank you, my lord. As you said, this food is for all of you, and that is me. He jumped to the front, grabbed a plate, and began eating greedily. He ate until his belly looked like a gourd filled with yam porridge. He licked the honey, drank the palm wine, and burped with pride. The birds stared in anger. This greedy Tortoise has tricked us again, cried Parrot. When the last crumbs were gone, the gods clapped again. We hope all of you enjoyed the feast. Oh yes, my lord. Tortoise said, wiping his oily mouth. I alone, all of us are satisfied. The birds refused to speak to him after that. And when it was time to go home, they spread their wings to fly back, leaving Tortoise standing alone. Wait, my brothers, my feathers, he cried. But one by one, they plucked back the feathers they had lent him and flew off. Soon Tortoise was left bare, only his heavy shell on his back and his foolishness in his heart. He looked down at the earth far below. He muttered, my wife will know what to do. He shouted from the clouds, wife. My dear wife, bring out all the softest mats and spread them outside the house so I can land safely. His wife, Mrs. Tortoise, looked up and called back, what did you say? He shouted again, spread soft things, soft things. But the village children were nearby, and as always, they loved mischief. They giggled and whispered, he said hard things. Bring out the grinding stones, pestles, and mortars. By the time Mrs. Tortoise came out, the compound was filled with hard cooking tools, stones, pestles, wooden mortars. Then Tortoise let go. He fell and fell and fell. Ah, my feathers, my belly, my head. He screamed, crash. He hit the ground and his smooth shell shattered into pieces. His wife screamed, the children ran, and even the lizards hid. But Tortoise didn't die. Slowly, the village healer gathered the pieces of his broken shell and glued them back together, and that is why, to this day, the tortoise's shell looks cracked and rough, As for the birds, they never again lent him their feathers or their trust. And whenever Tortoise tells this story, he ends it by saying, "My people, cleverness is good, but greed will always break your shell." Closing scene narrator's outro. And that, dear viewers, was the tortoise who borrowed feathers for the sky feast, a timeless African folktale of wit, pride, and foolishness. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. For more African folktales, emotional stories, and moral lessons that will make you laugh, think, and learn, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss the next story.